In today's episode, I go over the VFE Dragon Overdrive pedal. Stay tuned. What is up, you guys? It's your boy Luis Torres, and if you guys watched my video yesterday with the Bion pedal, then you probably got the part where I said, hey, my buddy Antulio sent me another pedal, but I can't mention what pedal that is because there's one up for sale online and I have to try to get it. Well, I got it, and here I am using the Dragon that he sent me. So, for ages, it's one of those pedals that I was just like, should I get it? Should I not get it? I'm so used to having my VFE standout, and I have 4 of them. So, and it got to the point where I remember thinking, do I really need 4 of the same exact boost pedals? And those VFE pedals are absolutely incredible. Then, for the life of me, people have been mentioning the Dragon, and I'm just like, it's an Overdrive, whatever, I don't really need it. And then one of my buddies in New York City was just like, bro, I have one, you need to get one. So then suddenly, Antulio from Tacoma, Washington just sends me a package and surprises me with the pedals inside, and one was the Dragon. So of course I went ahead, just plugged it right in, and it was insane. So the good thing with this pedal, unlike most Overdrive pedals, because even if you're able to get a pedal, let's say the Seymour Duncan 805, right? So I love that pedal because of the fact that it has a 3-band EQ. So it has your volume and it has your drive, and then you have the bass, mid, and treble options that you can dial in for yourself, whatever you like at that point. Now, what I love about the VFE standout pedals is it's a boost, but also it has a high and a low frequency filter, so I can basically target what I want to fine tune in my guitar. Do I want the low end to be lower? Do I want it to not be as pronounced? Do I want the treble to be kind of a little more in your face? So that's what the standout does. This guy right here is great because it has level drive, it has a boost, so it goes from plus 6 dB or plus 12 dB. It has the high and the low filter. So for all of you guys who sit back and say, I love a certain pedal called the 1444, right? The good thing with that is, whatever your low end is, if you're using a 7 or an 8 string, or you're tuned down, severely, like B standard. Who's that for? That's right. So if you tune down really low, the problem with using the 1444 is the fact that, it boosts your treble, but it boosts all of it, the entire range from your, if you're using an 8 string or a 7 string, B through E, it highlights all of it. It doesn't say, my man, you're using an 8 string. I know what you want. You want me to increase the treble on the low end, but keep the higher strings as is. I got you. No, the 44 can't do that. This guy can. So you can actually dial in, if you want, you add some drive, you increase the level to about noon or 1 o'clock, and then you have the high pass filter or the low pass filter. And if you want your higher strings to stay intact, you will just play with the high pass filter. And if you want to adjust the low end, the lower strings, so that ends up being much more pronounced and the treble gets kicked in on that end, then you adjust the low pass frequency. So that way you basically are increasing the drive on the range that you choose. Do you want the high end? Do you want the low end? So it's absolutely incredible. And, you know, I feel like a lot of companies aren't using that kind of low pass, high pass filter. It's in the same ballpark or similar ballpark at the very least as the TC Electronics integrated preamp and, you know, everything that's in that ballpark. So let me go ahead and plug this guy in, and I will do it live, and I'll actually adjust the knobs because you know me, dude. You guys know me. I'm not all about, wah, wah, this is what this does. I'm like, dude, this is what it is. It sounds great. Love it. Own it. Done. But I'll demo it so that way you guys can see how good it is. Okay, so tonight, I'm actually using my Jackson. This is my 1996. Yeah, professional with Seymour Duncan dime bucker in the bridge, and made in Japan. In Japan, just has a Charvel bridge on there. So. All right, so let me switch mics and you guys can hear. I'll start it with the pedal off, then I'll turn it on, and then I'll adjust it. But I'm actually running out of my Randall Diavlo RD100H. So hopefully that sounded absolutely killer as I hear it here on my end. So, like I said, the good thing with that is if you're using any low tuning or 7 or 8 string, and you're actually able to pinpoint exactly what you want to accentuate in your playing. Do you want the high end to stay the same? And that's kind of everyone's deal, right? If you're using your high strings, they're always going to be high no matter what you do. But if you're using a 7 or an 8 string, then Jesus Christmas, all of a sudden you're just like, you're like some YouTubers that use 8, 9, and 10 strings, and it's like, bong, bong. And in the end, it's just like, yo, I can't even understand what you're playing. But with something like the VFE Dragon, you can adjust the amount of drive that you have, so you're not killing your amp. So I dialed back on the gain stage on my amp, and you kill it. You kill it by fine tuning exactly where you want the filters to kind of go through. So if you're interested in getting a VFE Dragon, they don't make them anymore. They're kind of hard to find, which is why I needed to buy my Dragon, because I knew if I posted this video, you guys would be like, let's look for a Dragon, and you would end up buying the one that I wanted. But luckily enough, I bought mine, which is almost the same thing. It's just green, a dark green, forest green, instead of blue. So that should come in sometime next week, and I'll do another video with that. And stay tuned. So the company that I was looking for yesterday, PLX FX, which are based in Connecticut, apparently. I didn't realize it till I just got a message, an email sent to me with the tracking information that they are in Connecticut, which is literally a hop, skip, and a jump from where I am. So the owner, I ended up going online and bought that Beone treble boost yesterday. And, I reached out to him, and I'm just like, dude, I'm so excited. I had no idea who you were, where you were based in, what state, whatever the case is. But I just did a review of one of your pedals, and I absolutely loved it. And, then said, hey, I literally, you should get a notification email letting you know that I bought one from your website. And he's just like, you want to try anything else? I'm like, yes. So he actually has a pedal called the Illumination. What? I should have remembered this. The Illumination Distortion pedal. So I'm psyched about that. That way I can use it on the JCM 800, clean channel on the Randall Diavlo, probably my Mesa 5150. I'll just dial that back, my Bogner. So I'll play around with it and, make one video where I'm just using it, bouncing, ping, 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 bouncing it across a bunch of different amps, so you guys can check that out. So guys, hey, listen, hit the subscribe button if you haven't as of yet. Don't let me kick you guys in the nutsack, because I don't use my foot. I use my heel like this. Whack, whack. Wait, hold on. Can you see it? Like that, dude. With my heel, dude, I have my flip-flops on. You don't think that's going to hurt more with my actual bone of a heel? Come on, son. Hit the subscribe button before you get some pain. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for watching. You guys are the best. And as usual, I'll talk to you guys soon.